Yesterday I had to pretend I was an adult and put my big boy pants on and do adult things. So I only got one day this weekend to thrash on this cage. I want to try to get some meaningful progress done. The hardest part's done. We got the A-pillars fit, they're in their home. It's all downhill from here. So we're going to get our base structure outlined and then I can start filling it in. So we're going to go do our D-pillar bars first all the way to the back and then start tying things together, get our back plates located, all that fun stuff. So to start, I want this cage to be even going back. So we are going to get a between tube measurement here. Oh my gosh, as I swing around here like an idiot. So straight across between tubes. Oh, perfect. We're right at 48 inches. So 48 inches between the tubes. That means where our landing points are need to be 48 inches apart. That way that's square, because I don't really want to flare it out. We'll see. All right, so we're going to match this angle just back here further, and I want them to come down right towards this back corner. So we are, get this the right way up, 53.9, 54 degrees. So we're going to call that 54 degrees. Let's make our little sketchy sketch. Should end up somewhere right around there. I want it to end up right around here. So if we come straight off of this, puts us right there. And all I'm doing is I'm getting this distance. You'll see in a sec. And then I want to come down probably right here. And that is 16 inches between where this would extend down and where that is. Then, since I know I'm going to follow this same angle, we just come straight across on here, and we're 31.5 from here to here. So 31.5 plus the 16 would be 47.5. So our top link's going to be 47.5 and then come down and down. But we're going to... Okay, so 38 is right there. What I'm doing is I'm marking right about the height the bottom of my tube should be so that I can give myself a little bit of a reference, because me being me, I'm not just going to bring this back and straight down, because that sets the cage in the middle. You know, like it sets it like 6 inches away from the edge here, which is fine. It's perfectly safe and all that. But as I've said multiple times, I'm going to be stupid, and I'm going to do it the hard way because it'll be a little bit cooler, even though no one's ever going to freaking notice but me. So I'm going to add rotation into this one too. But hopefully, I learned a little bit doing the front, and it won't be as much of a nightmare. At least it'll be a heck of a lot easier to get to. You know, I'm not having to go through holes in the dash and all that crap. Let's try this. That should be bottom of the tube. Well, pretty close. Ah, you butthead. I don't have a 53, but I do have a 60 and a 45. So I'm going to put them both up there so that the tube hits around the middle of this. And then I'll split the difference, and I'm going to use that for my measurement and then give it a little extra. So, pen. We'll go to the front edge. 45. So we added about 4 inches to this, so I'm going to give a couple inches aside. So we are 45 inches to the start of our first bend, so I'm going to call that 47. We'll start here. And then make an arrow so we know what direction the bend is going. And then after that bend, 18 plus 4, so 22 inches after that bend. So we're what, 47 plus 22, 47. 57, 67 plus 2, 69, dude. Swear to God, I'm perpetually freaking 3 years old. So we're gonna do that at 69. Beaver, she said 69. And as we've learned, we're going to do this on the floor because I have no vertical space in my tiny garage. Well, tiny vertically. It's all right side to side. So if we want 53 degrees, we're going to want to add a couple, so we'll do 55. Should get us where we need to be. Alright, so what we're going to do now is get our rotation. Okay, so now we can move this forward. I know this is at 0. We'll get it relined back up. I'll rotate it over 28 degrees. I'm just going to go with it. I've got a good feeling about it, and I feel if I match the rotation on the front, which was 28 degrees, I think, whatever, we're doing it at 28, and then we'll see how it goes. And hopefully I didn't just wait 8 feet of tube, or waste 8 feet of tube. We'll go towards us first. So the next one we need to go that way. Not too tight. Well, I feel like that looks right. It's about what it was, so send it, I guess. There we go, 38.6. right, let's see if my calculations were correct. I know it's not going to line up with the tape because I'm setting it on top of the tube, so it should be like 1 3/4 inches too high. We got the back. I'm going to run on that rib. Oh yeah, I think we nailed it. Sweet. So I need this to come forward a little bit. I'm going to chop the front of that, and then I think what we're going to do is get the front fit, and then we've got this tape as our reference, and I can start shaving the back down till it sits just right. And then I need to figure out how the heck I'm going to hold this thing in place and tack it. Might have to do some more tape wizardry to get her all aligned. And we'll bend up this other side because I just need to do the opposite of this. So it worked. This back angle, other than it doesn't match my windshield, should match the front angle width-wise and everything. So we've got some good sexy symmetry in with the cage here. And I can't even see from this angle, but let me see. That's pretty close. Oh, that's so sick. This is gonna be killer. Let's get back to it. Let's chop it. Yeah, I can't believe I just karate chopped that. That was sweet. And now we're going 37. So the last one we did 38.5. So we'll just repeat that. All right, take two. The sun is bright as hell. So first things first, we're gonna get our landing plates. I'm putting this back edge of it 4 inches off the back. We're gonna get our holes drilled, get these to where they're sitting exactly where we want them. And then I can trim the front and start bringing the back down. So a tip for doing step bits, so you don't need to check it all the time, is you can just make a mark to the hole that you need to drill, and then you can see as it's spinning, the black will show up. Tape. All right, we're gonna run with that. Nice meaty tack. And yes, I recommend at least being able to tack with both hands. It'll make your life a lot easier. cool. Alright, so we're going to get this bar in. Then I can do my center, have it follow this same bend, straight into that. We'll be golden. Let's double check our measurements one more time. 41. One. Almost ready to go drive off something. We're going to do a center bar here, coming back to the middle. This is a little bit higher than this, so I'm going to go from this height, and then I'm going to put a turn in the bar right here, the same degree as this, so that that is all the same up to here. So if we drew a line through this bar, the top of this tube is right about the middle of this. So I'm going to do a bend on here. I've got a piece of scrap, and then I'll go to where my notch is halfway down relative to the straight, and then we'll cut this to fit and get ourselves our middle bar and get it in intact. So you can see there's my middle line, so I need the top of my notch to line up with that, which means I need to notch it right about there. Whoa, that's a good looking one.
I made it so that this would be more correct anatomy.
That looks really good. What do you think?
Ooh, that's good.
You think this will keep you safe?
Yeah, it'll definitely keep you safe.
There's going to be more bars in here too.
More?
Yeah, definitely more. It doesn't look nearly cool enough yet. But you can see the structure, so there'll be all this around your head. Your head will be in here, around here. So you'll have bars all around you.
And the seats will go here, so it's keep us safe.
Huh? Yeah, the seats will go where they were before. So I need to tack this together real quick.
That means someone in the middle would be squished against that thing.
Oh, this doesn't stay in there. Alright, well, we're about out of light, but we'll give you the 10-cent tour. I think it's coming together pretty good. Got our dash bars up through here, down along the back. Things starting to look like a real truck. Look at that. Oh, I'm so stoked. I think that's going to be it for today, but not too bad for one day, right? We got our D-pillar bars down, the crossbar to tie them together, that tie bar down the middle for from the main hoop to this one, and then that's going to go from the node here down to the corners, and then the front where that attaches to the main hoop, that's going to go spread out to the front corners to move the load around through the cage, make it all ultra safe. So next weekend, Shouldn't be as messed up as this weekend. I should actually have both days to work on this thing and pound away. Now we're just kind of filling in bars, adding seat bars, adding all that stuff. I'm going to get everything all fit, and then I can separate it into front half and back half and start welding it out. So remember, if you don't get started, you never get finished.